Hi, thanks for coming back to My Little Crafty Secret. For this process video, I am just sharing how I created some tags. I picked up a number of card kits during Stamptember and even during Christmas time from Simon Says Stamp. And I hadn't had a chance to use them. I kind of touched them, but you know what? I had already created all the things I needed to make for Christmas and I didn't get a chance to use them. So I wanted to take a look at them now and use them up. So I'm just sharing here, I do have this ephemera pack and I am taking part of a collaboration, Smash or Stash, and it's about die cuts, border punches, I think it is, anything long strips. And I said, okay, let me go into one of my packs here, my card kits, and pick up one that has a lot of die cuts in them, and this was one of them. I picked up this Tim Holtz craft cardstock through a crafty parcel and also a another ream or set, if you want to call it that, in a card kit I think about 2 years ago, and I never used it. And I thought, oh my gosh, how am I gonna use this? I don't really know how to use colored craft cardstock, and I saved it in my stash, didn't toss it out or anything, but I thought it'd be a great opportunity to use it now. So I did cut it down and I trimmed off the edges there, and I was just showing you what I did previously. I took some texture paste, grit texture paste, and actually this is probably my favorite out of all the texture pastes that Tim Holtz has. And I think it's just because there's a lot of dimension in the background. And this is, yeah, I think my favorite Tim Holtz stencil. It's I think it's knit sweater or something knit. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I really like the stencil. I used it in other projects, card projects and tag projects. So I'm just putting on this grit texture paste onto the cardstock, and I'm not really caring if it's full coverage or not. And I just use whatever I had in my spatula. And of course, once I'm done with that, I scrape off any of the excess and I put it into the container. And before I even move on to the next step, since this is actually the last time I'll be using it, since this is for video purposes only, I'm going to go ahead and clean that off. Usually I do it in batches and not just do one at a time. But now I want to show you how I actually got the little collages together. You know, when I got them in the pack, I look at it and I get excited about it. I like the ephemera and I like the way it looks, and people do it really well and all that stuff, but I was never really able to make it look good. And because of this collaboration, I really wanted to try hard to use this pack up as much as possible. And for the most part, yeah, I think I will for these tags. The remainder of it will be for a December daily journal that I created earlier for December, obviously. Take a look at this. This is a wish tile, and that number there, some of the numbers have like 12/25, December 25th. Others have like 13/25 and like 54, I think, 25. Not really sure what those other numbers are, but I kind of figured 12/25 was purposeful. Anyway, so what I did initially was I had combined liked images. By the way, in case you have this is a bow. It's tied up. I had to look at the package and see how they used it, but yeah, I figured it was a bow. Anyway, so I actually had to put things together in like images so I could see what I actually had. I think that was probably part of my problem. You know, there was a couple trees, there was a couple of confection signs, a lot of tiles, different size tiles. There were some animals, like 2 reindeers, that dog. It was super duper cute. And then some ticket stubs and some other things, like December 24th, December 25th, the number 24, number 25. other round items. So I put them all together, postage stamps too, by the way, that was, since we're really cute. I put them all together and I tried to make a collage of what made the most sense to me. And that's what I did. That's how I was able to get those collages. So now I'm just kind of showing you what it looks like when it's dry, when that grit paste is dry, and when it's wet. It's a really bright white. So I'm going to, I chose this one to actually put onto the tag here. And I'm just looking at it just to make sure that I like the placement of each one. And I eventually changed the little striped placement, or striped sign. I changed the placement of it, but for the most part, I do actually use all of the little pieces of ephemera there. And I really liked how it actually, like, the images are cut to the edge, and not then there's no like white extra space. And I think it works really well because now you get to see the whole image and you don't have that extra white space, that bubble space. I thought it looked really cute with having that little yardstick. Well, it's supposed to be not really a yardstick, but a measuring. It's not even a yard. The measuring tool there, the little ruler there, up against that tree, and I'm assuming that's why it was there. I don't know. That's what my guess is, though. And I liked how it looked weaved within the tree itself. And I did push up that little stick, the measuring stick up a little bit so it doesn't cover the M in the Mary. So I did decide to have it placed actually at the bottom of Mary. I thought it looked a little better. I wanted to see more of that tree and actually extend the little collage there. I wanted to be able to use up more of that space available on the tag. So once I figured out my placement, I had a quick bead of glue and then just glue it together. By the way, doing this one tag, it did take me, I think, 13 minutes. I know it seems kind of long, but with filming or recording, it does take a little longer to do things. Plus, I had to clean the stencil and my spatula in between, which I wouldn't normally do for each individual tag. So I thought that was cute. So then I go ahead and put on some foam adhesive. This actually came in the pack, and when I took off the little backers, I did add wet glue just so it sticks better to the grit paste. And that actually completes this tag. Before we take a look at that more closely, I wanted to show you what I created earlier. So again, all I did was just kind of take pieces from the like piles and put them together for what I thought made sense. I think this is probably my favorite out of all of them that I made so far, only because of the little hand. So that's the end of my process share. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I hope this share does give you some encouragement, some ideas on how to actually dissect and use your ephemera packs. Thanks. Until next time.